Hello, it's Renee, the practical shaman. Well, I was all dressed up with nowhere to go. I've been getting ready for the I Am Winter Solstice Symposium. I interviewed this morning Marcia Scarborough who now lives in Spain, and we were talking about bringing in Oya, and she's actually providing a Shungo or dance journey for the fire tenders. So if you haven't signed up yet to be a fire tender, head on over to the iamsymposium.com and sign up, because there's going to be a special Shungo movement drum beat for the fire tenders. I can't wait to share it with you. And our journey today, because she brought in Oya. And I know it's a little early, and I'm just trying to get you excited. And then I just got done filming a podcast with Sandra Ingerman, who is actually going to be doing the opening ceremony for the fire tenders as well. She's going to call in the directions, and I'm very excited about having that. Not to mention, I think we have some 30 plus people presenting this year for the winter solstice. Sami would like to say hello, because she's a little sweetie pie, and she loves when there's good energy flowing. I thought today that I would do a wind spirit card pull, because I haven't done one in a while, and my winds are kept in a bowl only because every time I can't find a deck, I add a new one in there, and then I take them traveling when I do workshops. Hey, I'm available to do some workshops next year, so if you think your community would thrive and jive with the wind work, maybe you want to put something together. And then Bridget and I are planning some talks and sometimes with community, because the goal of the wind work is community, to build those communities strong and solid, so that when things seem to topple in the wind, you know who your support is. You know those strands to spirit that are keeping you connected, so that you are two hands in the circle with the wind clan. All right, let's see what wind spirit card that wants to come out and work with us today for this December, as we gear up for the winter solstice. These in the northern hemisphere, the dark days of winter; in the southern hemisphere, the summer equinox, the summer solstice. The equinoxes are in the middle. I do know that, really, that we know that this is time of ritual and ceremony. I'm working on my next book, and one of the things that the book is all about is how to bring us back as a community to ritual and ceremony, because I think we are, traveling through the darkness, and we need these tools. So it's like, what are your sacred tools? I have the wind work. Do you? Oh, this is interesting. So the wind that I pulled for today is NIL'CHI, the Navajo wind of intuition, and about listening to your inner voice. Well, how is that I'm telling us that it's time to go inward, and this wind comes up, and what we'll call to it. But before I call to it, let's just review what it's about. So in Winds of Spirit, which was on sale last week for 99 cents over at Amazon, if you don't have a copy, the Kindle, but you should definitely, I like to be able to flip through the pages myself, is the wind can be conjured up for inspiration, organization, or ritual. Isn't that funny? I was just talking about how we need more ritual in our life, and we can call upon NIL'CHI to bring in the inspiration for ritual and provide strength when needed. There's a whole story about that the Navajo believe that there's an instanding soul wind that enters our body at conception and stays with us until we exhale our very last breath. This first wind breath determines our destiny. For the indigenous people of the plains, words express the energy and movement of wind. Wind enlivens, organizes, mobilizes, and transforms everything. Wind influences thoughts and feelings, helps us make the best decisions, and takes the right actions. Through sacred language and ceremony, wind can dispel the darkness and create desired outcomes for individuals and communities. In order to live in peace and harmony, one must develop an intimate relationship with the holy wind. NIL'CHI provides meaning and momentum for your life. Listen closely and make sure you are alert because guidance, transformation, and expansion are forthcoming. Hello, hi Elaine. So let's call to Nelchi. I'm going to use the traditional wind whistle that was originally made by, oh my word, now it's the Mario. But Gregorio, our wind maker, passed in COVID, and now his brother has taken over making our traditional wind whistlers toolkits, which come with the wind whistle, the book, and the wind spirit cards in a nice pouch made by some. It's actually an organic pouch made by the women in Africa, and they've been doing this for us for several years now. And all of these are handcrafted. So let's call to Nelchi, the Navajo wind of intuition, and that we want to listen to our inner voice as we start to create ceremony of bringing people together for the 10th annual I Am Symposium. So we want to really listen to our inner wisdom about, am I a fire tender this year? Can I commit to holding a candle, a battery operated candle, burn a fire out there, hold an altar outdoors or indoors for 14 days? I'm going to call to Nelchi to see if you're hearing that call. We're going to take 3 wind breaths. And in our first wind breath in, we're going to bring in the wind down the spin axis, which is our axis mundi that comes down through the center of our head, down through our bodies, into our bellies, and down through our sacrum. And we hold that wind breath, and then we release it out through our sacrum into the earth, because the earth can mulch any resistance, any energy that's blocking us from being fully present to our rituals of community. And then on the second wind breath, we're going to call into Nelchi and ask that Nelchi, that energy of that inner standing wind, to hold us as we become these sacred vessels of light. And then on the third wind breath, we're going to call in the sacred circle, so that those people who need to find us for this candle lighting vigil, this altar ceremony, this I Am Symposium, find their way over to the Wind Clan, whether it's because you feel called to share it or because they find their way here on the wind, that they find their way to our circle. All right, are we ready? So let's breathe in about 7, imagining Nelchi coming into the top of our head. Holding it. And exhaling out through our sacrum. Remain empty. And this time bring Nelchi back in to fill us with our inner wind. As you hold that wind for about the count of 7, feel it expand into every little last crevice of your body, down through your toes, spreading out through your energy bubble. And breathe out and ride with the wind, Nelchi. Remain empty. And on this third wind breath in, help us bring in Nelchi and all of the people who need our ritual and ceremony of the winter solstice gathering and fire tenders, so that we can hold everybody in space, whether they're here or not here. more time. We're going to gather our circle. And now return to normal breathing. And know that we have this NIL'CHI, this instanding wind with us as we move forward in our lives and in this time. And can we celebrate these winds of spirit? I'm Renee Baribeau, and I'm going to put the links to the I Am Symposium so that you can sign up if you're called to be a fire tender. Also, all during December, wind whistles are on sale. This year, instead of lowering the price a lot, we've added a whole bag of wind spirit cards to those that don't generally include them. And we put the toolkit on sale a little bit for those of you who want the book. And be with us. Be with us. We are a really strong community. And for those of you who really like what we bring together over here at the Wind Clan, we're still accepting applications for our 10-month apprenticeship program. And based on the registrations and the people we've interviewed, it looks like we'll have another 50 to 75 people joining us for the 10-month program next year. And I'm going to actually share, with permission, the evaluations from this year's apprenticeship people who filled them out, because then you get to see the good, bad, and the indifferent about our program. And I'm just moved to tears when I read them, even the things that they say, well, this could be tweaked just a little bit. And so think about joining us for the 10-month program. And I'm Renee, I'm the Practical Shaman, and I am really grateful to be here with you. Thank you, Kathy and Elaine and Terry, for joining us live. And we will see you all at the fire really soon.